Yeah, I just went outside and it is, this is my arm, snowing. I'm in Lebec here and it's just above freezing. So snow comes down and melts. It's coming down like sleet right now. It's like icy rain basically right now. Crazy. Yeah, it's Thursday morning and this is pretty wild. Yeah, so it's been over 2 years of driving now, and there are some things that I need to recommend if you are a driver. A lot of you guys out there are probably already utilizing this stuff, but some things that I think are vital is a pair of leather gloves just to protect your hand. And this is for lowering the landing gear and raising the landing gear, moving the tandems, opening the doors in the back. And overall, when you're doing the pre-trip, post-trip stuff, it's a good idea to protect your hands. Keep the gloves on your hands. And so a good pair of soft leather gloves. I picked up a 3-pack at Costco for like 20 bucks, but they last. I mean, I think I use one pair for like 8 months or so, and then I switch out. So they last a long time. The next thing is a box of latex-like gloves, but the heavy-duty kind. I think they're called nitride or something like that. Those gloves are used when you fuel. I used to have a different set of gloves that I would use over and over again, but you know what? It's better to just use the gloves and then throw them away, after one single use. I don't know if some of you guys out there want to use one pair of gloves over and over again. That's up to you, but I don't like touching the gloves. And if you end up fueling and taking those gloves off and storing them again, you're bound to touch them. And I don't like the potency of the diesel exhaust fluid. The DEF is potent, and the diesel as well. I don't like getting my hands on it. It just, I think one of the first few times I drove, I got some diesel on my hand, and when I went to the restroom to wash my hands, you just see it coming off. It's pretty potent, and it's not something I want on my skin. So I know diesel's not that big of a deal, but just to have clean hands the whole time. So once I take off those gloves, throw them away, I could touch my face again. It's not a big deal because I haven't touched any fluid. So the next couple things that I really recommend are these things here. Let me show you. So right here is my refrigerator, and in front of it I have this ice box. I use it as a secondary refrigerator. This comes in really handy. So inside I carry my drinks here, and I keep my food in the truck refrigerator. It does a really good job. One of the reasons why I put it up against this refrigerator door is because while you're driving, I kid you not, I mean, these Freightliner refrigerators, the doors keep popping open. So, I put it right here. My training engineer, when I went out with him, he had the same setup like this, and I asked him, why do you put it right up against the door? He said, same thing, the door pops open, And I've had 2 different types of refrigerators. One was a sliding door, which this one is, and the other one was a hinge door that it opens up like this one from the side, and both of them would pop open. The next thing is this little vacuum. It's a little hand vacuum, and it picks up most of the debris and dust and whatnot. So another thing that I recommend is using compression socks. Those compression socks, I think, save me because especially when you're doing a lot of long distance driving and you're in a prone position for hours on end, you want to make sure that you don't lose circulation in your legs, especially your feet and your ankles and places, your calves. Just the compression socks make a huge difference. But now these compression socks, if you don't want sweaty feet, because for some reason the compression socks make your feet like, I don't know, they feel really wet. I guess like you get wet feet anyway from just doing normal everyday stuff, but the compression socks with no other socks gets really gross. So what I do is I have these ankle high sports socks that I buy, and I put those on, and then I put the compression socks on over them. It's something that I tried out and it worked out great. And the inner socks absorbs all the moisture, so you don't have gross feet at the end of the day. Now, another thing that I use are these 2 mugs that I carry around. They're travel tumblers or mugs or whatever you want to call them. But the one on the right is for my coffee in the morning, and the one on the left is for my cold drinks. When I stop at the truck stops, as long as you bring your container, they allow you to get ice from the truck stops. And also when I go to my operating center, they have ice there as well. So I end up putting sugar-free vitamin zero waters and water, iced tea, like green tea, no sugar. I fill that container up on the left with that, my cold drinks. And then the hot coffee, whether I make them in the morning in the truck or I buy a cup of coffee inside the Pilot or Flying J, wherever I'm stopping, I'll pour it into this other tumbler here on the right, and I end up drinking that. It ends up keeping my coffee hot for a lot longer, and sometimes I'm sipping the coffee, the whole time. I kind of like to dilute it with some water, but I end up drinking it for, hours on end while I'm driving, just sipping and sipping it. So I have this backpack as well here, and it's from Schneider. And when you drive for a while, they end up giving you some points to get stuff from their little reward shop or their gift shop. online, and I ordered this backpack. And this is what I use for keeping my toiletries in here. So when I go take a shower at the truck stops, you put all your change of clothes in there and all your toiletries in here. And it's easy to just take in and out. And something else that I recommend is a good pair of flip-flops. I know they clean those showers after every use, but you don't want to get fungus on your feet, so just wear the flip-flops while you take the showers, just to be safe. Now, some people are adamant about bringing their own towels, but you know, I don't want to deal with wet towels and stuff like that, so I end up using what they provide here, and they end up washing those after every use. So I trust that they're clean, and I haven't had an issue yet for the last couple of years. So now, the things that I did get that are kind of saving me too is my own mattress. I know it costs a little bit of money, but I ended up getting my own memory foam mattress because when I took over this blue truck, it didn't come with a mattress. The driver before, I don't know what they did, but the mattress was missing when I got into this truck. And so I ended up getting my own memory foam mattress, and I sleep like a baby in here. It's excellent. Another thing I did was at Costco, they have these synthetic fiber pillows. The pillows are like, you get a pair for like 20 bucks or something like that, really cheap. And I have like 4 pillows in here. You know, I just position the pillows in the ways that I need to be able to sleep comfortably at night. And I guess when you're older like me, you just end up using a lot of pillows. This is my microwave oven here that I picked up for, I think it was like 80 bucks or something like that at Walmart, and it fit well. It straps down and it's a good microwave. So I ended up using this for the last 2 years. So far, no problems. It works great. And then I also, this is my actually my second TV, because for whatever reason, when I mounted the first TV, it did not mount well. And so with all the vibrations, the back part of it started cracking. But this is my second TV. I think it's about 32 inches or something like that. But it fits here. It's at the foot of my bed here. So, you know, sometimes I have it on with rain noise to go to sleep. They have the YouTube black screen rain noise, and I go to sleep with it. I also have internet through Verizon. I ended up getting one of those little square units from Orbic. That provides me with my internet. So far, so good. And then on top of that, I also have another tablet that I have mounted on my dash. And that one has Trucker's Path. I pay for Trucker's Path, and that is my go-to when it comes to navigation. The tablet in my truck that's from the company also has navigation, but I don't rely on that navigation all the time. And so what I do is I have my phone, my tablet, and my company tablet, and 3 GPS devices going at one time when I travel somewhere. The Google Maps on my phone tells me about accidents, traffic conditions, also alerts me when there's police around, or if there's something on the road. It's vital. It helps me out a lot. But the other tablet, the Trucker's Path tablet, I would say about 99% accurate on almost every destination I go to. And especially when they give me an assignment where I'm not going to somewhere I've been before, it's vital. Another thing too is when I have to detour, you can't rely on Google Maps because they're going to give you detour routes that are for small cars. The company navigation, traffic conditions for that is like, I would say about an hour and a half to 2 hours delayed, it feels like. And Trucker's Path feels like about 30 minutes delayed, but Google Maps is pretty much like 5 minutes instantaneous almost. So yeah, but those are some of the things that I ended up sticking with. There's a lot of things that I got that I don't use anymore. You know, I used to carry around that scooter, and yeah, I don't do the scooter anymore. It's just too heavy, and it just takes up too much space, and it wasn't worth it, you know. So the scooter's just sitting in my garage at home. But in terms of things that are not something that everybody would have, you know, those are the things that I carry around. I do have a first aid kit that I've never touched, but you know, you need to have one just in case something happens and you need to take care of business. I have some scissors and some small tools in here that I use once in a while too. And then I also carry a binder with a notepad in it. And this is something that I always take into warehouses and shipping offices and receiving offices all the time, because I write down critical BOL numbers, shipping numbers, and stuff like that. I don't unplug my tablet and take it in with me. I end up writing all the important numbers on my notepad. And also because of the cover, I can go ahead and keep my BOLs in there when I'm walking from my truck to the office. A lot of times, believe it or not, it's raining. And if you carry the paper without any covering, it'll get soaked and stuff. So that notepad with the cover is vital as well. I use it every day, and I got a couple pens sticking in there, and so very, very useful. But everybody does everything a little bit different. I'm not saying, you know, do it this way. I'm just sharing what works for me, so hope that helps. I'm waiting here at a distribution center in Stockton. It's about 8 in the morning, Sunday morning, but it is butt cold here. It is freezing. I'm talking 37 degrees. And for California, that's pretty cold. Yeah, I've been waiting here for some time. Hopefully they get me soon. Stuff happens, you know, typical. What's going on, my people? So this week was a pretty drawn out week, but it started off with a lot of driving. So my first day, I went to Henderson, Nevada and back, and that was about a total of about 440 miles, 450 miles, right around there. And then for the next 3 days, I ended up actually driving over 500 miles each day. So it was very productive. And then on my 5th day, ended up driving hardly any miles. It was like 200 and something miles. The delivery time was for Sunday morning at 7:30. I got up to the Stockton area by 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. By 1 o'clock on Saturday. So from 1 o'clock to 7:30 in the morning, you know, you're at a truck stop picking your butt. But anyway, I'm grateful for the 8 runs that I got. First run to Nevada and back, and then 3 round trip runs to the Stockton area and back. So all in all, it was a good week, solid week. Can't complain. A lot of windy conditions, but nothing unmanageable. And when it comes to the end of the week, you realize, you know, you had some drama here and there or something, you know, that was off and that irked you, but when you get to the end of the week, it's hard to remember, you know, if something bad happened or not. So I guess it was a good week. Anyway, thank you for following me on this journey, hoping that things go smoothly and they keep me busy. They're saying that for the next 45 days, the loads are going to be a little bit thin, but hopefully they keep me busy. So anyway, God bless all of you. If you're a driver, stay safe out there. Peace. And until next time, cheers. Thank you.